G'day and welcome back to the Eccentric Electrician. In this video I'll be reviewing another fountain pen. This one made by the Conklin pen company. I'll just zoom in on that. So you take off the outer sleeve, then you've got your pen coffin, which is quite nice, faux leather, blue with lots of gold accent rings. It's quite nice. You open it up and it reveals the pen. You take the tray out. You've got your Conklin details, your pen cards and all that sort of stuff. It's all in there. So this pen is the Conklin Mark Twain crescent filler. So it's quite a nice little setup. It's a bit unique on the filler, but I'll get around to that. So these ones were named after Mark Twain, the writer, who I believe was a bit of a fan of the crescent filler pen, and he used to, I believe, market it and was basically a poster boy for it. So they remade it in the Conklin here, I think made by Yaffa in America. This one I got from Mastrop, and I got it in the green black swirl, which I quite like. There's also an orange, a white, black. Then you can get into the limited editions, which are the clear ones. And then there's a whole black, a whole red one. But obviously, depending on how much you're willing to spend on it, depends on which model you can get. They vary in price by quite a bit. Anything from about $140 Australian right up to $250, $300 nearly. But so we'll go through it. There's nothing on the finial there. It's just a round cap. Comes down. You've got your clip, which is a fairly springy clip. But this is the biggest thing I don't like about this pen. I'll see if I can. You can see that. See down here how the clip doesn't quite touch all the way back. It used to when I first got it. I put it in my jeans pocket, and obviously jeans being a little bit thicker, it's actually bent the clip out permanently now. I've tried bending this part down to sort of compress it back, and I haven't been very successful in that. So now when I put it in a shirt pocket, it tends to slide out and fall out quite easily, which is very annoying. You also got Conklin just embossed on the label there. Then it comes down to a gold accent ring, which has Mark Twain in a signature style pattern and Conklin written on it. Your barrel is slightly tapered down. Comes to this section here, and this is the crescent filler. So it's quite a neat design. Basically, you turn this ring around to where the slot matches up. Then you depress the crescent, the part here, which then squeezes the sac inside. You put it into your ink, you release the crescent, and it expands the sac and allows it to fill up. And then you securely turn the ring around, and it locks everything in place, and it doesn't twist or turn, and you don't accidentally press the crescent when you don't want to and cause ink to shoot out everywhere. It's a twist cap, comes off quite easily. The threads aren't sharp, or you don't feel them at all. There's another gold accent ring just here in the middle. Then the grip tapers down and then flares out a little bit like an hourglass design. Your nib is a fairly basic steel nib. It's two-tone though, which is quite nice. So it says Conklin, Toledo, USA. And I believe this one was a medium, might be a fine. Can't quite remember. But yeah, so you can't unscrew the barrel, obviously, because it's all inbuilt. It posts quite securely. And I like how the cap almost posts right to the point of the crescent. That's quite nice. Makes it quite a large pen. But it's still not top heavy, which is quite nice as well. So it's quite nice to roll like that. Or Even uncapped, I use it normally uncapped, and it's a decent sized pen uncapped as well. The nib I found on mine was originally a little bit dry, and I ended up having to sort of modify it a little bit, open up the tines to get it to write a little bit wetter. But that could just be me. Some people like them a dry writer. But yeah, there's the overall pen. Quite a nice pen. I've enjoyed writing with it. I like the design. Like I said, the only thing I'd like to change is this clip. I hate how it doesn't retract all the way now. It's basically oversprung. I find that quite annoying. But yeah, that can happen. A little bit disappointing on a pen that's just fairly expensive. I guess most of the money is probably gone into the filling mechanism. And it's only a steel nib as well, so it's quite expensive, you know, for a basic steel nib on a, I guess, a cheaper model. Some dimensions for it are capped, it's 141 mil. Uncapped, it's 128. Posted, it goes up to a fairly sizable 163 millimeters. The grip starts at 10 mil, and the barrel goes up to about 13 mil in the middle there. So weight-wise, it's a decent pen. It's 31, just over 31 grams with the cap, and 19.5 grams without the cap. Holds a fairly decent amount of ink. I'd probably say about a mil or so. You could probably have a little bit more in there. The biggest concern I've got with this one is I accidentally got a heap of water inside the filler there, and I'm a little bit worried that it might corrode or something, but we'll see how it goes with time, I guess. But yeah, there we go. So there's the Conklin Mark Twain. Nice pen to hold and write with. Some little things that just issue me, like the clip. But overall, it's a nice pen, something unique because there's not many crescent filler pens out there. I think the only other company that makes them is Visconti in modern pens, and they have a couple of crescent fillers like the Millennium, but you're going to pay a fair bit of money for those. So there we go. I'll get to a writing sample and show you what it can do. Okay, this is the writing sample for the Conklin Mark Twain. So, do a bit of a writing sample. This has I think it's a steel fine nib, and the ink is Visconti green. Alright, so this is Rhodia. Oh, my bad. Rhodia paper, and do a bit of a quick writing sample. Keeps up quite nicely, a bit of a quick scribble just to test it. No skipping, no drying up, no issues at all. This is quite a nice pen for writing with. It's fairly smooth. Can't really complain about it. I don't think I've really done anything to this nib. Flexing. If you put a bit of pressure on it, you can get a bit of line variation here. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad for the line variation, considering it's a steel nib. But you don't want to overspring it because you don't want to damage it. A bit of upside down, see how that goes. That's quite dry and toothy. I wouldn't quite recommend it, but I guess if you needed an extra fine in a pinch, you could probably do it. Quite a nice nib to write with. Wetness. I found this to be quite a wet nib. As you can see there, there's a heap of wetness in that. But it's still a nice nib to write with. As long as you don't mind it a bit wet, you could always make it a bit drier if you wanted to. But yeah, thanks for watching. Definitely a pen I recommend. And yeah, really nice nib on it. Surprising for just being a steel nib, but definitely recommended. All right, catch you later.